Hello friends, I am Professor Asmer Singh Malik, teaching Public Administration at Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. Today, we will deliberate on an important topic, that is District Rural Development Agency. Under this theme, we will discuss about the need of the District Rural Development Agency, how it was established, the organization of the District Rural Development Agencies, the financial implications and the financial processes. We will also discuss about the various schemes which have been implemented by the District Rural Development Agencies in collaborations or in cooperation or in coordinations with different agencies established at the district level or at any other level of administration, including local governments, NGOs, etc. So, let us start our deliberation with the quote of Mahatma Gandhi. India lives in its villages. If the village perishes, India will perish too. If the village of India disappear, India will disappear too. This statement about the social, economic and political development of rural areas is accurate even today. There are cascading effects of poverty, unemployment, lack of inadequate infrastructure in rural areas, and far-reaching social and economic tensions being exposed in economic deprivation and poverty. The imbalances in society restrict the development process. Hence, rural growth, which is involved with economic growth and social justice, improvement in the living standards of the rural individuals by providing sufficient and quality social needs, and minimum basic needs becomes mandatory. Along with the common needs seen in rural areas, a host of new challenges have also emerged in response to our globalization, as a result of which the society, the rural society, the deprived society or the backward society is connected with the global level institution and global level processes. Rural development, therefore, occupies a noticeable position in the hierarchy of the task before Indian planners. Rural development has been the main agenda of the 5-year plans of the country. No doubt, nowadays, the planning system or the system of 5-year plans is not there. But it does not mean that the emphasis on the rural development is not there. We have the concerned Ministry for the Rural Development, as well as there is Ministry for Panchayats, and another the ministries on the urban development or on urban affairs, or many more institutions. Those are focusing their attentions for ensuring, for bringing desired rural development in the country. Several changes have taken place during the last 70 years since independence. The policy framework for rural development has undergone many changes. Many rural development programs have been launched both by the central and the state governments. The government strategy and the programs have laid emphasis not only on the poverty alleviation or poverty reduction programs, but also on the generation of employment and livelihood opportunities in the rural areas. It has also focused to plan of the infrastructure development and the provision of basic facilities to meet the needs of the rural population. The thirst of attention is on all the rural individuals, particularly on the rural people, not only in terms of achieving incentives for development, but linking economic activities into a well-planned infrastructure. Nowadays, we talk about the inclusive development also. That means to help that individual which requires the attention of the government most, so that the benefits of the development of the country as a whole, that may also be beneficial for the person who is poorest among the poor. Thus, the objective for ensuring desirable level of rural development, the government has to establish certain organizations or the institutions, and to fulfill the goals defined by the central and the state government. In the area of rural development especially, various organizations have been established at the local level. Owen and Shah rightly pointed out that much of the responsibility for planning and implementation could be delegated to the regional or local institutions. It was realized by the policy makers that unless the people participate in the development programs, in the development process, the central and state government cannot be successful in developing the rural areas. Therefore, the District Rural Development Agency, commonly known as DRDA in its abbreviated form, was set up by the government by merging the Small Farmer Development Agency and Marginal Farmer and Agricultural Labourer Agency in the year 1980. The District Rural Development Agencies were under the registration of Societies Act of 1860 to provide benefits to the target groups consisting of small farmers, marginal farmers, agricultural laborers, rural artisans, and other weaker sections of the rural society, while focusing on the poorest among the poor. The District Rural Development Agency is initiated as a functional and a professional agency competent enough of running an anti-poverty programs of the Ministry of Rural Development and effectively associate these to comprehensive efforts of poverty elimination in the district. These agencies are expected to coordinate with the line branch, the Panchayat Raj institutions, banks, and other financial institutions collaborating in poverty reduction efforts in the district concerned. The cost of the staff of the District Rural Development Agencies are met by the central and state government in the ratio of 75:25 respectively. The District Rural Development Agency is visualized as a specialized department capable of administering anti-poverty programs of the Ministry of Rural Development on the one hand, and to relate these to the overall attempt of poverty reduction in the district. After introducing the District Rural Development Agency and how it is conceived as an organization aimed to eradicate rural poverty. Let's discuss about the organizational structure of the District Rural Development Agency. The District Rural Development Agency is placed under the charge of a governing body which is headed by the chairman of the Jila Parishad or the district collector. It has the following members: all MPs, MLAs, MLCs of the district are the members of this governing council. 1/3 Panchayat Samiti chairperson. The nomination is made on the basis of the rotation, as well as it is also mandatory that the members so nominated must have at least one scheduled caste and another woman into it. Further, the tenure of these nominated members is 1 year. Chief Executive Officer of Jila Parishad or District Collector or Chief Executive Officer or Executive Directors. These are the different officials which are nominated in the governing body and as per the convenience or as per the practice in a particular state. It comprises of the representative of the Central Cooperative Bank of the district, the chairman of the regional rural banks. There is a representative from the district lead bank officers. There is also a representative of the Reserve Bank of India at the district level, along with representative of the NABARD at the district level. Further, there is the representation of the General Manager, District Industry Center, that is an office located at the district level, is also made as the member of the governing council of the District Rural Development Agencies. Not only that one, the representatives of the Khadi and Village Industries Board, the district officer in charge of scheduled caste, scheduled tribes welfare is also nominated or included in the governing council. District Women and Child Officer, district officer dealing with the welfare of disabled, one representatives from technical institutions, two representatives of the NGOs of the districts, and another two representatives of the weaker sections are also made member of the governing council. And when we are taking the members from the category of the weaker section, then one of the member must be the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes, and one representatives of rural women. The project director is also in the governing council and acts as the member secretary of the District Rural Development Agency. The District Rural Development Agency works under the administrative control of the governing body, which provides the policy directions, approves the annual plans, review and monitors the performance of the plan, including the different programs. The governing body issue directions to the District Rural Development Agency as it deems necessary from time to time. The governing body of the District Rural Development Agency meets at least once in 3 months. Before 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, the district collector or the deputy commissioner has to act as the chairman of the District Rural Development Agency. In some of the states, the DRDAs have not been placed under the control of Jila Parishad, despite the clear instructions in this regard. The chairman of the Jila Parishad has not been made as the chairman of the governing body of the district rural development agencies. The conference of chief ministers held on 2nd August 1997 recommended that the DRDAs be restructured as to function under the overall control and supervision of the district panchayats. Accordingly, the state government and union territories were advised to merge DRDAs with the district panchayats and make the chairperson of the DRDAs, which have not taken place in all the cases. Moreover, the meetings of the governing body are not being held as per the norms laid down for the purpose. And the representatives of the weaker sections are also not getting adequate opportunity to actively participate in the deliberation of the governing body. As per the guidelines issued by the Union Ministry of Rural Development, the DRDAs are to be equipped with appropriate manpower and functionaries. The state governments are required to make modification in the structure and staffing pattern of the district rural development agency depending on situations. The staffing pattern of DRDA comprises of a project director, usually of the rank of additional deputy commissioner, as the head of the district rural development agency. The project director or the chief executive officer of the district rural development agency is responsible to undertake the interactions with the district or the state administration as well as with the government of India relating to the affairs which are to be implemented by these agencies. In those states where Jila Parishad is fully functional, the chief executive officer or the CEO is appointed by the Jila Parishad. In such cases, chief executive officer so appointed also act as the project director of district rural development agency. There are different wings of the district rural development agencies and some of which are mandatory one. These are number 1, self-employment wing, number 2, women's wing, number 3, wage employment wing, number 4, engineering wing, number 5, accounts wing, number 6, monitoring and evaluation wing, and number 7, journal administration wing. As the name reflects, these wings handles the works relating to the subjects allotted to them. You are requested to go through the e-text to understand what kind of the functions these wings are performing in district rural development agencies. After discussing the different wings, which is a part of the staffing pattern of the district rural development agency, let's have a brief idea about the principles which have been followed by these agencies while recruiting its personnel. First of all, it is one of the important principles that the DRDA is not going to have any permanent staff and no longer any recruitment, any direct recruitment is allowed. It is better to have employees on deputation basis for a specific period. It is mandatory at least the project director, project officer, APOs, assistant project officers, and all technical posts should be secured by officers with proven capability and be selected in an objective manner so that the selection committees may secure the staff in order to achieve the purpose or the objective of the District Rural Development Agency. It is also mandated that the person which are to be selected or secured in the District Rural Development Agency should not be more than 50 years of age. Rather, they must be in between 40 to 45 years. Their experience in the respective area of their activities or in the respective area of their field may be utilized in an objective and effective manner. So far, we have discussed about why the District Rural Development Agency was established, why it is necessary for us to undertake the rural development activities focusing on a particular district, and the composition of the governing council and the staffing pattern of the District Rural Development Agency for implementing the programs which are to be entrusted to it, particularly for the removal of poverty from the rural areas or for providing a better life standards to the rural masses. I would like to ask one question from you, whether the member parliament, both of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, are there in the governing council of the District Rural Development Agency? Your answer may be yes or no. If it is yes, you are correct. You have listened the talk attentively. Thank you very much. If you want to ask any question, any clarification regarding the staffing pattern or regarding the composition of the governing council or regarding the principles which are to be followed, I would like to say the guidelines to be followed for securing staff in the District Rural Development Agency, that is most welcome. Please write to me on the discussion form. Thank you very much again. Thanks again.